How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land today? Good evening. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. Thank you for joining me this evening. Got lots to talk about, lots to share with you. I'm kind of just winging it here, trying new things. Let me get an idea of how to get this going on. We got the chat going here. 14 viewers. Give me some thumbs up tonight. The more thumbs up I have, the more information I'll share with you. We'll make a deal. But basically, I've got court coming up this week. And I absolutely expect that the allegations made against me, the charges filed against me, will be dismissed, dropped, nollied, however you'd like to say that. Aside from that, I've got a lot of things going on. And at this point in the game, I can't really tell you all too much, but I can tell you this. This nightmare I've been living for just over a year now is going to be over very soon. And, my family is going to be much better off, and my daughter is going to be in a very safe place, and, things are coming to a head. There's lots of prosecution coming down the pike. There's lawsuits coming down the pike. One thing I do want to mention, eloquently, if I may, is, first of all, if I got good audio, give me a 1 in the chat if I got good audio. What's up, Jay Parker? Rachel N., thank you so much for being here. Oh, no one's watching. Wow, I got 8 viewers. That's cool. Come on, people. We're going to get some viewers in here. Share the links. I've got some things I'd like to share with you. I'd like to bring some folks up on panel. All right, Lion. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully I get some friends in the community to come in. I just set my beard on fire a couple minutes ago. I hope it's not looking too bad. Cigarettes, man, they might not kill you right away, but you will set your beard on fire eventually. Dan Malone, thank you for being here. David Bland, thank you for being here. Thomas Payne, all familiar names. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go slow. Major Crimes is investigating my charges against the marshals involved in my unlawful detainment and unlawful arrest and unlawful seizure, unlawful search of persons, seizure of my property and stuff, on November the 29th. That is still being investigated. A warrant has yet to be issued. In fact, getting answers on where things are becoming more difficult. I'm going to have to reach out yet again. I know I didn't share it with you yet, but I am going to have to reach out yet again to O'Donovan Murphy. He is the director of judicial marshals here in the state of Connecticut, chief director. Evidently, the deputy director is handling the internal investigation into what's going on. And once the police, Connecticut State Police and Troop C, finish juggling that with the judicial marshal deputy director, then I'll finally get an answer as to what's going to happen. So I'm going to be lighting a fire under their ass this week and keeping on them like white on rice to make sure that this is done expeditiously. Aside from that, there's a lot going on into criminal investigations. I have into a number of individuals involved with my daughter. That stuff's going to be coming to a head real soon, and I'm really excited about it. It's very hard for me not to disclose too much. You never know who could be watching, so I don't want to reveal my hand, but let's just say my daughter's going to be coming home real soon, and once this is over with, I'll be able to share exactly how I've been able to accomplish these things. And what my legal recourse is as far as lawsuits and prosecution. not just against private individuals, but official entities involved in what appears to be some very serious criminal activity. Which brings me to the next topic: the courthouses, or the courthouse, Rockville Family Court, GA 19, Rockville, Connecticut. They're in a big mess. The marshals over there have made some very serious and very egregious errors. They've violated our laws. The clerks over there have made some very serious, very poor, serious errors. Very poor. Have very poor judgment. They've made some very poor choices, and I have a great opportunity to put light on all of that. And that's what I'm doing, but things are coming to a head. I'm going to be talking with the state's attorney this coming Tuesday in regard to a number of things. I have my court case, my criminal charges pending, which, again, I'll say again for those of you just joining us, will be nollied or dropped, or however you would like to say it. That's this week. This week I'm handling O'Donovan Murphy and the Judicial Marshals. I'm going to be dropping my conversation from my first court date with the state's attorney here on the channel this week. I'm going to be dropping a number of great videos I've been working on. The reason why I've been missing for a week, by the way, I was in YouTube jail. The censorship is real. This channel's been hit pretty hard since November of last year, and there's been a good 9 or 10 weeks time I haven't even been able to publish or make a community post in this year alone. It's very disruptive. Schrodinger's cat, that's another thing I'm going to mention here. I'm sure there's some trolls watching here. I appreciate you guys coming down. Hey, Happy New Year to you, Fast Relief. Nicholas DePietro. Yeah, Connecticut, Hold Deep Occult Circuit. Yeah. Greetings from Ohio. Unidoc Ryan Nated. Kiki Lowry. Hi, hello. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, where was I? Let me finish this cigarette. Hit that like button for me, guys. Share the link. I know this might seem a little mundane or whatever right now, but, if somebody wants to come up on panel and talk to me, somebody specifically from the auditing community, it'd be nice to get some folks from ANN up here, hang out with me for a little bit. I can talk a little bit about some things, but, I get pretty excited and I'll let loose too much, and I'd like to have somebody here to keep me on a leash. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, the censorship. I was gone for a week. I couldn't post for a week. Couldn't publish for a week. I shared a video about the gentleman protesting at the Board of Ed here in the state of Connecticut. I'm going to edit what I believe YouTube is considering medical misinformation, but I can assure you that whatever the algorithm is claiming medical misinformation is has not been reviewed by a human being, and upon inspection of a human being, it would be determined that, first of all, I'm not a doctor. I don't provide medical information here. I don't provide people, I don't tell you what to do with your medical choices here on Tyrant Slayer Studios. That's not what this channel is about. Sure, we can express opinions here, but doing so today in the year of 2021, Jesus, wow. Yeah, that's going to happen the first couple weeks, right? I hope everybody had a Happy New Year, by the way. Being forthcoming and honest with information that's not popular, even if it's correct, even if it's good, valid information, it's very unpopular. And the algorithm is like, socially engineering what is allowed to be published these days. And my video about some government scallywags here in the state of Connecticut, provided to me by a man who wishes to remain anonymous, but a very fine gentleman, a fine Connecticut citizen. I've met him personally a few times. He's a great man, and he's putting up a good fight. He was out at the Board of Education meeting demanding that the Board of Ed open it to the public. That's basically all it was. There's a bunch of parents here in the state of Connecticut not happy with the mandates and the authoritarian kind of approach to handling this whole scenario that we've all been living for some time now. But I digress. So I'm back from the virtual prisons that confine our speech, and I'm going to be very careful going forward on how I divulge and disseminate information here. The video is being edited and trimmed. It will go back up, and you will get to enjoy it. It's really funny. It's really kind of, it's powerful. It's refreshing. It's refreshing to see somebody just get involved like this who's not an activist, with a channel per se, So it's grassroots, and it's nice. He's a fan of the auditing community. He's watched our content here, and we sincerely appreciate your loyalty, sir. Keep up the good work. If you have any more of that content, you know where to find me. Gear Milligan, thank you so much for being here. Innocent Auditor, hello. So yeah, let's comment on Schrodinger's cat. If you're a fan of his and you're watching, the comments are a little out of control. It's all well and good, it's good for the algorithm. It kind of busts the algorithm a little bit. But the problem that you're having is you haven't done the research on copyright law like I have. You don't have copyrighted content of your own to protect. And you don't, I don't know if someone's stolen property from you before, but, basically someone's stolen my property and, didn't only steal it, but they this man had dismissed my legal notice. It's in the About section on my channel. It's been there since the day I created this channel. It's there for everyone to read, to be put on notice that might want to use my content. Sure, I let people use my content all over the place, and each one of them has kindly asked me for it. Go ahead, man. Do with it what you will. But make sure you give me some recognition and you send some love over here. What this man did is unacceptable on a moral level, on an ethical level, and aside from that, is known as what's called willful criminal copyright infringement. Now, a lot of the folks coming over from Schrodinger's cat, his channel there, they're not giving me any love, and they're awful confused about what fair use is. Well, maybe not so much. Let me be careful. Many people in the YouTube community, specifically the auditing community, know and think they know everything there is to know about fair use. And what I've learned in the last couple 2-3 weeks is that there's a lot of ignorance going around in the community right now, and I suspect that Schrodinger's awful ignorant himself, and will have an awful hard time getting to utilize what fair use would give him the means to do, not just because of how he used my entire piece of material. It wasn't clipped, it wasn't cut. I mean, these are full length, this is full length content here. It's not just because of that. Because I understand, and just reading the comments, a lot of people just jump to like, okay, it could have been this, but he still gets to use fair use. No, fair use isn't something that everyone can use. You actually have to meet a certain criteria to even be able to effectively claim fair use in an official proceeding. And I've got my money bet, you know, that he doesn't. In fact, I've already kind of done some research, and I can guarantee he doesn't. So, with that said, I can move forward in pursuing my claims against him. Now, there's a lot of confusion as to what's happened. People keep on saying Tyrant Slayer Studios filed a false copyright claim, and Schrodinger's cat won because, you know, Tyrant Slayer Studios is a fraud. Okay. To clear up the confusion, there's nothing false about the copyright claim I filed here on YouTube. What makes things appear to like Schrodinger's cat has, you know, embarrassed some frauditor or something. I don't know what you guys are so confused about. Whatever message he's putting out there, I would like to clear it up. And basically, I could do that by telling you there's a policy, a YouTube policy. When I file a copyright claim, which is legitimate to protect my property, he has an option to either accept the claim or, I guess, file a counterclaim and claim why he has rights to use my content. And in his counterclaim to YouTube, which is obviously not reviewed by a human being right now, this is all handled by the algorithm. First of all, that's problem number one. Second of all, YouTube policy is going to dictate how the situation is handled, not the actual law. So he's actually filed a false counterclaim, a fraudulent counterclaim, one that he cannot in court when challenged back up. And I know that. But YouTube only gives the individual filing their copyright claim 10 days to show that they're going to proceed in court. Otherwise, YouTube policy will dictate putting that video back up, and that's what's happened. But I've been in correspondence with the YouTube legal department, and they are well aware of that, how long it's going to take and when I'm going to file, and that I have preparations to make. You see, not only did I learn what I believe Schrodinger has been unaware of, and what a lot of people have proven to be unaware of in these comments under these videos and things, bragging about, I'm going to mirror your content all over my channel, there's nothing you can do, and, people just, telling me names, wishing me bodily harm, like saying things that just, trolls. People know what trolls are. It's just very disruptive, and it's all a result of his willful criminal copyright infringement. But basically, what I've learned on my end is to better protect and actually have a slam dunk case, better protect my content going forward, and really have a slam dunk case every time, which this one will be. There's just a couple things left that I have to do. And those things are in motion right now. So once my ducks are in a row, it's it, man. I'll show you guys after the rulings are all made, because I don't want to show what my hand is right now. But I am going to file in court. And the penalties for this are pretty serious. And if there's any truth to any of these people claiming to be lawyers coming over from his page or trolling mine, like, lawyers don't typically troll people on YouTube, but if any of these trolls claiming to be lawyers are really lawyers, you're certainly not informed in copyright law, and you're misguiding the audience over there, and you're just contributing to the defamatory, libelous, slanderous claims written and produced in video and then published on Schrodinger's channel, which is a shame. It's very unfortunate. So, I've reached out to him to try and give him an opportunity to resolve this without having to go to court, but he seems to want to put his guns out and make me out to be something that I am not, and that's okay too. Good. Any publicity is good publicity. And I'm absolutely seeking to take advantage of exploiting the opportunity that exists for me, not only to vindicate myself, but to educate this community on copyright law and on fair use. Let's take a look through these comments here. Let's try the chat overlay. New comments will display here. Let's try it out, guys. Let's get chatting away. If you guys got any questions for me, I can answer your questions. I'll put out the conversation again. Let me just we'll kind of repeat ourselves once here. This week you can expect a number of videos from me. One of them being my conversation with the state's attorney from my previous court hearing, or my court appearance rather. One of them being my conversation with some troopers over at Troop C. We're going to go ahead and there's a lot. Oh, I'm going to redo the video that was just taken down, and I got a community guideline strike for unfairly. Oh, I can see this thing's working now. Let me see here. I could turn off that. I got a dry throat here. Just here. Let me see. Excuse me. Only the good stuff. So, I'll get rid of this here. I can put this up for you. Yep. And I can get rid of this. There we go. Now we can see the chat. Imagine that. Tyrant Slayer Studios. Show off your studio. Huh. I can't. I'm not wearing any pants. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm my camera is stationary right now, so I won't be able to do that. What you're seeing is what you're going to get this evening, but I can, if there are people interested, show off the studio sometime. Hey, buddy, Rogue Nation, do you want to come up on panel and hang out for a minute, man? Say hello, talk about some copyright law, fair use, what you know, what you might not know, just your thoughts on what's going on. I'd love to have you. Let me get the link to the stream. How do I do that? Invite guests, copy, and then we'll get back into the chat here. Bear with me, guys. This is new for me. Bow. I'm using Restream. I'm accustomed to StreamYard. Typically, I use StreamYard, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about Restream. And yeah, I can't really move this. I really want to show you guys a lot. I got a lot going on down here. But it's not a good night for that. I want to kind of try to keep focused. I'm all over the place. I'm really stressed out with court. This shit sucks, man. All this gray hair on my face is coming the last year or so. I ain't young no more. Hello, Rachel. Rogue Nation. No, can't at the moment. That's all right, buddy. I appreciate it anyway. News Now, CT. What's up, my guy? Thank you for being here. Let's see. If anybody's got any questions, now's the time. If anyone's interested in joining me on panel, the link's there in the chat. I think I might be able to pin that somehow. Any solid contacts from internal affairs or state police out of Troop C willing to investigate their own? Not as far as I've found yet. In fact, I've made 4 phone calls to internal affairs in the last 3 weeks, and they haven't returned my phone call one time. Internal affairs, their headquarters is located in Middletown, Connecticut, but then they have like a satellite office that does part of what internal affairs is supposed to do as a whole. They got a whole nother building in a separate location. Well, they claim that's the case. They like to juggle auditors and people trying to obtain records, public records, they like to juggle those individuals, whether they're press or private individuals here in the state of Connecticut, concerned citizens, victims of state police misconduct. They'll juggle these individuals, these folks, back and forth between those two offices. One is located in Middletown, and I think, don't quote me, the other one's located in Meriden. Maybe Rachel can help get us an answer on that. Let's see. We gotta hide that. Here's the link to join StreamYard. Oh, that ain't gonna do you guys any good. You can't copy it there. Hold on, let me scroll back so I don't miss anybody's stuff here. We'll give shout outs for a minute. We'll start at the top. Jay Parker, thumbs up to you, my man. Rachel N, thank you again. Lion 1, thank you very much. Uniondocked, Ryonated. Hey man, that's a tough one. Greetings to you, sir. Thank you for being here from Ohio. Nick, thank you so much. Fast Relief. Gear, thank you so much. Let's see. Is this a good dude? I've only seen him a couple of times. You talking about me? Tyrant Slayer Studios? Am I a good dude? You come to the right place, my man. That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. I guess I should let the audience answer that. You might have known my work from Tyrant Slayer Studios. I mean, Activism News Network as well. I'm on the right side, man. I'm of the people, for the people, by the people. We're all about justice, accountability, and transparency here. And it's 2022. This year is going to be the year of the people for a change. And that's a theme where we're going to take this channel this year. It's going to be victory all around for the people. There's going to be a lot of victory here in this home. A lot of victory in my court cases. A lot of tyranny is going to be exposed. A lot of very serious misconduct is going to be exposed. And the individuals involved in this egregious misconduct are going to be held accountable. And that's going to be a really big change here in the state of Connecticut, and hopefully inspiring to you, and helpful to create a positive force for change around the nation. We try to do all this best we can, as peacefully as we can. I'm a non-violent person. I'm just looking to uphold our rights and make sure that our public officials, our government officials, don't think themselves above the law and mistreat, the less fortunate, the peasants, the people, whatever they view us as. It's terrible how we're treated. News Now CT, thanks again. Big Brother is always watching. Again, censorship has been a big problem here on this channel. Check out his family court audit from last month. Innocent auditor. He's had an unlawful arrest, and they injured him in the last month. Yes, that's right. I sustained a concussion. What was kind of interesting in the comment sections in the comment section of containing my arrest is how many people claimed that I was only treated that way because I had a camera. Because a couple days later I put up an undercover audit. I titled the video Undercover Audit, and you can see what happens when I don't have a camera. Not much different, huh? Not much different. In fact, that's when Troop C dispatched Trooper Ostrowski, who came in hot, man. I don't know if that guy ate a bowl of steroids for breakfast or if he mixed some Cheerios in, but he came in hot and on fire and absolutely violated my Fourth Amendment right and forced me under the threat of duress to unlawfully ID. You got to watch the video. I digress. Gray Dude, what's up, my man? I'm gonna hide that. Gray dude. Ellipsis. Happy New Year, News Now CT. I hope all is well with you and yours. News Now CT is located in Vernon. He's got some things going on himself. He's also had a terrible history with the Vernon Police Department, which is why he and I have, in the recent weeks, made a sincere effort into exposing what's been going on there and getting to the bottom of it, while holding those involved in egregious misconduct accountable for their actions. Now, aren't you moderately on Artie's channel? Yes, he did make me moderator over there. Artie is a great guy. He and I did get together privately, and discussed. I just basically gave him access to what is already public record on the judicial site, to a rundown of what's an itinerary, basically, a file of what's taken place in my family court case. And, of course, he cannot give me any legal counsel or provide any sort of legal guidance, per se. He could give me information, and basically, we weren't able to produce enough for him to look at, to even have a productive discussion about how I would better self-represent myself going forward. Which was unfortunate, because he was kind enough to give me his time. Artie's corporate fiction is a very tough critic, but I think he's fair. And, he might come at you pretty tough, but he'll sit down and talk with you. And, he's a reasonable guy, and if you've got something reasonable to say, something logical to base it on, then Artie's got, he won't have much to criticize. He just doesn't like it when people pretend to know the law. And that's not something we do here, and I think that's why he likes me. I could be wrong. Rogue, thank you again for being here. I appreciate it, bro. I hope everything is well. I hope your family had a wonderful holiday, a wonderful Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope this year is the year for you guys, man. You deserve nothing but great things and applause from this community. You get nothing but that from my children and I here. Our family thought of you and missed you over the holidays. It would have been nice to be in a place where Activism News Network and our friends within it could be all together, maybe once this year, at least over Christmas or something crazy like that in the future. Would have been nice, having a big thing this Christmas. We kept it small. Got a very big family here, so yeah, I'm rambling. Scrolling down. Hey, TSS. All right. Sorry your list. Here we go. Sorry you lost your copyright claim to Schrodinger's. One day, we will get them. Well, I'll set the precedence, man. There's going to be a lot to learn from this. I've really done a lot of research. A lot. And I'm going all in. You'll see. And I might take a slight hit if I lose. Really. But when I win, when it's clear to his attorney, because he's going to have to hire one, to beat me. When it's clear from his, that his attorney thinks he should settle, that's what I expect to get. Otherwise, it'll be really bad for him. So, I'm just working on getting my ducks in a row. Like I said, there's a couple things I need to do on my end as a publishing entity with copyrighted content to get my scope zeroed in here, you know what I mean? And then after that, we're gonna fire away. Alexander, hello, Alexander. Hi at Tyrant Slayer Studios. Is that a painting in the background of JFK? Oh, that's actually stenciled. Yeah, this is done in 1965. It is done by an artist in 1965. I think it was just a fan, somebody local. It's real hard to make out the name, but yeah, that's our boy. We are very big Kennedy fans here, with the exception of Ted. He was a black sheep trader. But yeah, that's Jack. I got an ornament up there on the shelf above him too. My mother-in-law right there gave it to me. That was up on my tree. She gave me a beautiful... I got a picture. I got something for you. Check this out. You know, I'm very lucky to have a mother-in-law that doesn't hate my guts. Or you know, like all the television shows over the years, they always depict the mother-in-law as this evil, you know, entity. The biggest book of matches. I could show you the biggest book of matches. It's pretty old school stuff, man. My mother-in-law got this for me this year. I'm gonna frame this. Obviously, let me get the light off of that. Obviously, that's Robert and Jack there. I'm gonna frame that, hang that up in the studio. Thanks, Mama Bear. Yeah, mother-in-law got that for me this year for Christmas. Very nice. Of course, those of you who know me better than most know that I named my twins after the Kennedy brothers, Jack and Robert. And those of you who were really paying attention before YouTube took down 4 of my videos in one day, and those of you who were watching the live stream from April 27th or April 29th saw me with Robert Francis Kennedy Jr. here at the Capitol City, at the Capitol Building in Hartford, in the capital city of Connecticut. Yeah, isn't that nice? Fast relief. My mother-in-law really, you know, she gets some good points for that, man. She's wicked cool. If she's watching, thank you. Keeper of the lists. Thumbs up to you, my man. Or my woman, whatever you are. I like that Doberman, man. Big fan of Dobermans and Rottweilers. Rottweilers are my favorite breed. Part of the reason why I created ANN was to protect our content from those so-called watchdogs. And it's a very smart move, man. Very smart. And it does protect the content from these kind of so-called watchdogs. It's funny, they call themselves watchdogs, but they have no idea what they're talking about. You know, and the trolling is ridiculous. Like, the disruption. You know, there's people threatening me and shit. You know, it's getting pretty wild out there, man. You know, why? Over a copyright claim? Cool, man. Some people got some problems. There are some sick people out there, man. And which reminds me, you know, auditors, activists, government accountability activists, private journalists do take a great risk in exposing corruption. As often we see in the line of work that we're involved in, retaliation is a big thing. It's a big problem. The police like to retaliate. Officials like to retaliate, and they like to keep the bad things unknown to the public. And we're out there pressing to get disclosure and fighting for transparency every day. We don't want to bury mistakes. We want to make headlines. You know, we're actually doing journalism. Compared to corporate media today, they're not doing anything but providing entertainment and selling you, selling advertising space. You know, it's pretty crazy. But I digress. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, I think I'm correct on the Middletown Meriden as far as Connecticut State Police go. They have 2 headquarter offices, and they like to juggle the public in between them to create more hoops between them and the truth. We will make big changes, and Activism News Network will grow big time. You're damn right. Yeah, especially when we get some advertising behind it. When I win this huge settlement against Troop C and the judicial marshals and the judicial branch and the city and everybody else involved with in what's happened to my daughter over the last year. Yeah, I'll be dumping a lot of money into advertising on our behalf and on behalf of the people of the United States of America who are looking for reliable journalists, reliable news, reliable sources, and truth. Looking to get to the bottom of the problem and correct it peacefully, civilly. Somebody's got to do this stuff. You're not going to get this on television. You're not going to get it uncensored and properly analyzed anywhere other than where we provide it. We have to make the fair shake ourselves. And that's what makes it even all the more grassroots. So it's a privilege and honor being a member of Activism News Network, and I must thank Rogue Nation again for extending the invite. The plebs. So you must be over 40, or at least 40 years old, man. I haven't heard that in a minute. The plebs. Homicide reached an all-time high in the U.S. for 2021. How many were Leo-related? That is a statistic that we should have access to here at Tyrant Slayer Studios, here as citizens in America. And I think with a little due diligence, we can actually get that number for you. So, keeper of the lists, I will give you my time and find something for you to keep on your list. And that would be under the 2021 section or volume of your book, sir, or ma'am. And we'll get you that number and any other sort of immediate relevant information corresponding to that number. And we'll make a show here to talk about it. Because here in 2022 on Tyrant Slayer Studios, we're going to be going live 5 days a week, 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday. And on the weekends, we may, or we may not, there's still some things I've got to iron out, provide exclusive sort of content or cuts of it to preview what you can get on Activism News Network exclusively. This year, we have a tremendous level of content to push out. Being a one-man band here out in the state of Connecticut, it's hard to work everything myself. So it took some time building a treasure trove of content, but with that, I'll be able to keep a ball rolling here and produce new things behind the scenes to kind of leapfrog what I'm doing, and I've got a nice little plan for you guys this year. So, it's going to be a hell of a time for everyone. Activism News Network is going to be inundated with my content this year. So if you're a fan of mine and you'd like some exclusives from me, you're definitely going to get that. And there's 21 other reasons to register to Activism News Network, as there's 21 other fine Americans like myself also fighting on your behalf. Seeking justice and fighting for accountability, transparency, and of course, when appropriate, liability. It's getting hot in here. Let's see. Moving on. I am talking a lot. Let's see. Questions. Alexander is an outsider looking in. Yes, sir. Look some more, man. We got nothing but good things for you guys here. I'm only trying to help. It's not only about helping myself and helping my family. It's about sharing with people what I'm going through, not just personally but professionally, and where the problems lie, and how, where the misconduct is, and how egregious all of this is, how harmful it is. Because it's a microcosm to what's happening in the whole country. People are being criminalized and victimized by a broken judicial and justice system, by broken politics and socially engineered problems. Chaos, man, chaos. We need to do something productively, civilly to address this stuff. Really, that's all this channel is about. We're going to find a lot more success in doing that, and we're going to be able to do that a lot more expeditiously if we actually unite and do that together. You know, that's going to make a lot of difference. That's going to make a world of difference. Head injuries may lead to addictions, i.e. smoking. I've been smoking cigarettes long before the head injury. However, I did bump my head a lot as a infant child. So maybe that's why I started smoking. No, what came first, the head injury or the cigarette? So, yeah. I had a headache for about 3 days. You know, my shoulder hurt too. And I had an abrasion here behind my ear from the guy kneeling on my head, sliding around with his knee. Trooper Ostrowski. Trooper over the top Trowski. Trooper over the top Trowski. I like that. We need to get the whole ANN crew together and do an audit. Wow, yeah. Big time, bro. We need a tour bus. You know, that's part of my settlement, man. We're going to get a tour bus to travel the nation and set up constitutional workshops in public spaces. We'll cook food for the people. I'll get a vendor's license. Well, I don't know. We'll figure it all out, man. We'll figure it out. We need like a giant mobile home or 5 of them. Keeper of the lists. USA sends more people to prison than any other country in the world. Yes, that is correct. The private prison system is a serious problem in this country. The courts are a racket, and a lot of judges are privately. There's this web is so big and convoluted and confusing to a person who's stumbling in it, being aware to some degree. You know, it's so hard to talk about and go into it without talking for hours, which is why I'm going to do 5 days, 3 hours a day a week here at Tyrant Slayer Studios, beginning Monday, January the 10th will be my first show. It's gonna be a hell of a show. I'm trying to get some powerful guests. I'm not gonna make any promises and blow smoke up anybody's ass, but I am reaching out to some pretty prominent and powerful people, and hopefully they join me for the wild ride that we're going to embark upon this year in our quest for justice. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button for me. You're gonna like what you see here this year. Trust me. I'm so glad you're opening everyone's eyes over in Rockville, because I've got one that'll blow your mind that involves sex, drugs, police informants, and crooked state police. You are not the first one. You would not believe the influx of emails I've gotten from Connecticut citizens sharing their nightmare stories with Connecticut State Police with me. Yeah, that's the very real thing here. And being a lonely auditor out here, it's hard to seriously address those issues without having some online support, and people are apprehensive to come on and talk about those things. They are really terrified. The Connecticut State Police are viewed like a terrorist organization here in the state of Connecticut by a lot of people that I talk to, and I talk to very few people. I can only imagine if I extend the olive branch further, the more people I talk to, the more I'm going to find this same sort of thing, which makes this terrifying. Terrifying. Yes, that's what it's about. My family is going to be whole again. To clear up further confusion made by Schrodinger's defamatory, libelous, slanderous remarks and false allegations and claims about what happened to me. I have 5 children, and 4 of them live here with me. You know, I got all these people like, it's no wonder he got all his kids taken away. It's like they don't watch my channel. They just come over here to provoke nonsense. You know, that's all part of what I can prove is a result. You know, it's all part of the result of Schrodinger's cat and what he did with my stolen property on his channel. So again, if you're just joining us, we're going to learn a lot about copyright law this week. We're going to be taking a look at fair use. We're not going to go too far. We don't want to blow our hand, but I can definitely enlighten the community, which seems to be staggeringly ignorant to a very large degree. Because I've already seen what this is going to do after I set the precedents. Other auditors and people who have been victimized by other content creators here on YouTube are going to know how to get legal recourse, and they're not going to need to hire an attorney to do it. They're going to be able to know how to do it themselves. And it's going to be time to pay. There are a number of people in the auditing community and elsewhere simply taking everybody's content all the time, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year off of everybody else's stuff and then leaving them holding an empty bag. Like, yeah, I got you 100 more subscribers. I helped you. You know, meanwhile, he's collecting a $70,000 check off of your 13-minute video. You know, like, that's crazy. And these guys they don't even have any remorse, or they don't question themselves. Like, they don't think about what they're doing morally or ethically or legally. You know, and the victims, they often, they're just trying to focus on being productive and growing their channel. They don't have time to look into these things. They don't have money for a lawyer. You know, so they might put in a copyright claim, the guy file a counterclaim, and then boom, the video goes back up, and they say, oh, damn it. You know, I'll never file another copyright claim again because I'll just get shot down every time, and then I'll lose my channel that way. You know, there's a lot of people between a rock and a hard place because they just don't know. What I'm going to provide the community here in the next couple of weeks is very helpful. It's going to prove to be very helpful for everybody that is creating content. It's going to be particularly helpful to the individuals I know in the First Amendment auditing and activist community. And I think you guys will be very pleased with my work. I've been quietly working on it behind the scenes while I was in virtual YouTube jail for the last week. Let's see, back to the comments. Anybody got questions? If you got questions, I'm looking for questions, people. Anybody want to come up on panel with me? Anybody watching want to join me on panel? Anybody got anything they would like to talk about? I am free for another 15 minutes or so. Just see we're live. Oh, just see we're live. What's up? Yes, we are live. Harry, thank you for being here, sir. Just trying to give you guys a quick update on what's been going on. I got to go back to criminal court this week. I'm going to be talking with the state's attorney again. This is the week that all these fraudulent charges will be dropped, nollied. The state should forfeit its case. It has no evidence of anything. I've never committed a crime. I never even breached the courthouse. I never went past the secure checkpoint or anything. I was in front of it the whole time. I was never given an opportunity to leave after I was asked to leave. You saw what happened. In fact, I was told to stand in that foyer where I was waiting for police. So trespass isn't going to stick. Breach of peace would mean I was obstructing the business of the court. I wasn't doing any of that. Nobody was there at the court. Nobody was I wasn't impeding any doorways, even though the marshals say I was. Clearly in the video, I'm not. So you got a bunch of lying marshals who threw me to the floor because they don't want to be on camera. One of which wasn't wearing a name tag. We're going to follow up on him and his name and his picture and all of his salary information and all that stuff will be published here on Timer Slayer Studios so we can get a good look at our public servant who participated in giving me a concussion. He called himself Tim Riley when I asked him to identify. Go figure, huh? So yeah, we're just giving you some updates, telling you what you can expect this week. We're going to go back to court. We're going to talk with the state's attorney. We're going to re-upload a condensed version of the video that was just removed from my channel last Sunday afternoon, which was skyrocketing upward for success. Of course, it gets removed, and then I get punished for a week for no damn good reason. Censorship is out of control. The communist hips are doofuses. Wait, let's be careful. I digress. Censorship is real. We're going to talk a little bit about that later in a production where I'm much more controlled. I'm going to be giving you guys the conversation I had with the state's attorney the first time in court. I'll be giving you a phone conversation with the director of judicial marshals that I had, which was very pleasant. And I'm going to share a little bit of the correspondence I had with Connecticut State Police with you guys. And I'm going to continue talking, giving as much of little information, as much as the little pieces of information as I can about my ongoing cases. One of which would involve Schrodinger's cat, some judicial marshals, the mother of my child. I'm spread very thin on a number of very serious legal fronts, and I don't have an attorney. But that's okay, because I've been reading the Connecticut practice book, and I've been reading the laws, and I've been reading case law, and I'm a lot more confident now. I mean, I was blown off my rocker that things could get this far. But now that I know where and how, where these people engaged in misconduct and how what they did is misconduct and what to do about it, it's a totally different ball game. And it's a very exciting time for me. 2022 is going to be a big year for my family and I, and for the people of this country, for the people of Connecticut, particularly fathers who have been victimized and abused by the racket that is GA 19 Rockville Family Court here in the state of Connecticut. Updates, Q&A. If you got any questions, my man, ask a question. Now's the time. Chuck Bronson. Hello, Chuck Bronson. Lighting a fire. Keeping a fire under the arses of the police in his community and the surrounding areas. Chuck, where are you at tonight, man? I would assume you're going out. Chuck is always putting in his work and doing his due diligence, keeping his community safe from tyranny. If you are not aware of who Chuck Bronson is, I highly recommend you get on over to his channel and show the man some love. Give him a thumbs up on his latest video if you like what you see. If you don't, give him a thumbs down. Tell him to go f*** himself. I got to get a beep button. Tell him to go himself. Either way, just get on over there and see the man. Check him out. Give him a fair shake. It's Chuck Bronson, man. Jesus. Sasquatch. Yeah, it is a pretty low thing, and it just speaks volumes of the audience he got over there at Schrodinger's. I mean, what more do you need to see to know that they have no idea what they're talking about? They actually remind me of a bunch of police, like a bunch of petulant, state employees that, just think that they're above all of this and they could just do whatever they want all the time. So they like to go home and try to reassure themselves that they're never going to get in any trouble for what they've done. And Schrodinger will reassure us. We can go to him. We'll rally around Schrodinger's cat and he'll call them all names for us, and he'll be our cheerleader for bullying these people. And, it's disgusting. It's a disgusting display of what humanity has boiled itself down to and reduced itself to. Head on over to Schrodinger's cat if you'd like to, hang out in the parapets of, look, whatever. I digress. I ain't going to get nasty with nothing, I could say 1,000 things so fast and so hard right now that would hit so many nerves and so many people, but it's not what this channel is about. Alamander, I'm an occasional viewer of your channel, and I have immense respect for your integrity, your drive, and your activism. Hey, man. Alamander, hey, thank you very much, sir. I sincerely appreciate that. You know what I'm going to do for you? Oh, I can't pin that for some reason. Well, I ain't going to do it for you right now. Sorry. Oh, wait. Maybe I could do something like that. I made it a favorite comment of mine. Joe Cool in the house. What's up, Joe Cool? You want to dive up here on panel? Come hang out with me. Shoot the shit. Ask some questions. Share some knowledge. Talk about what you're doing in your neighborhood these days. Give the people an update about what's happening with Joe Cool in Chicago. Our boy DPN up there. Folks, if you want an idea of what's going on in Chicago, hit up Joe Cool's channel. He and DPN got a great thing going. Here is the link for the panel. Jersey Watcher for mayor. I could get behind that. This guy's amazing. Very, very formidable candidate. Thanks for joining us, man. Always a pleasure to see you here. I appreciate you acknowledging my presence on your channel the other day, man. When I have some time, I'll absolutely finger through some of your content again, and I'll put something together really nice for you, just to get some momentum going. We'll get some steam going. We'll get an energetic sort of powerhouse video for you, man. Good times. Keep up the good work out there in New Jersey, man. If I lived there, you'd have my vote. I'll tell you what. Harry, thanks again for being here. Joe Cool in the house. One sec, TSS. On the way. All right, we got Joe Cool joining us up here on panel. I appreciate that, my man. I've been awful lonely down here this evening. No one ever comes to play with me. Down to one cigarette. Who wants to bet I can't quit smoking cigarettes this year, huh? What do you think? Should I quit smoking? Put one in the chat if you think I should quit smoking. I've been smoking since I was 13. It's not a good thing, man. I can't do all the cool impersonations I used to be able to do, so my stand-up comedy routine, when I eventually get up on stage, is going to be a little different than what it could have been, just from smoking. Don't smoke cigarettes. You lose all the cool voices you could do. So, what else? What else we got in this comment section here? Let's see. So, how are we going to hold these cops accountable if no one wants to investigate their own? How can we collectively do this? I was thinking a bunch of auditors standing out in front of police headquarters. Well, yeah, a show of force, collective civil force, is good, but it's not really effective. To get a good large turnout, would be difficult. I think a more direct approach is required. I think what we're doing as auditors... Oh, here we go. We got... who it is. Oh, it's Jersey. Is it the real Jersey though? Listen, guys, there's like, yeah, that's Jersey. All right, you're on, my man.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Thank you for joining me, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Who's this other guy? Hang on, I got somebody else. I don't recognize him. Say your name in the chat. His name on here is Broken. I don't want this guy to like porn bomb me or something. We got some crazy ass people out here on YouTube, and they will porn bomb your ass if you give them an opportunity. I recognize that guy, I think. All right, I'll just keep my finger here. What's up, my dude?
All right, you had to figure out how to unmute there for a second.
There you go.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good.
Hey, you've tried to reach out to me a couple times by email, and I don't mean to put you on the spot on the live show, but if you can reach out to me by email, I don't know why I can't connect with you.
Oh, yeah, right. YouTube keeps deleting your comments. You're not blocked or anything, but like I saw half of what you said to me. Like, hey, I got your email address. I tried to reach out, but for some reason I haven't gotten anything. Can you try again? And I'm like, yeah. What's your email? But you're not getting my message either for some reason. Like, I'm serious, man. There's people subscribed to my channel. They have the alert bell set and everything. They don't even get notifications for some reason. So.
Yeah, YouTube is acting crazy with some of the things. But if I can just say hey to Jersey Watcher too real quick. Hey, what's up, Jersey Watcher?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, not much, man, not much. So I was initially reaching out to you to basically help you with the case if you want help going at it with no lawyer. I would avoid saying you're going pro se because that's like legalese and terminology for the courts. But I have recordings of my own court recordings or that you can listen to. And I know what I'm doing as far as, not letting myself get arraigned. Okay. So if you want help with that, reach out to me privately. We don't have to do it live here and hold up, the show or anything like that. But it's pretty simple stuff to get a few things down if you're planning on speaking for yourself in the court of law. I'd highly recommend you check out a couple things. I can point you in a direction.
Oh, I would absolutely love to, and I would like to sit down and do it with you together. Get your insight and further and analyze it with you, and absolutely utilize the knowledge.
Yeah, I'll take it one step further. I'll be happy to role play with you too. Like here's your standard objections that you're going to get from your judges, or here's what the judge is going to say. And the key thing is just knowing when to just, object to whatever the judge is saying, or the quote unquote judge, I should say, right? And right. I've never had one of my objections be overruled. I've never had any objection. Once you say your first objection in a court of law, it's like a crackhead getting that first hit of crack. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to keep doing it. Because once you get that rush, man, it's like a power trip. Okay. So when you say that first objection in a court of law and it gets upheld, man, you'll just want to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. It starts to become fun.
Oh, I've done remarkably well in my family court case. It's just taken a turn to where I've lost control because of misconduct. It's genuine misconduct, which is the problem here.
Well, I saw that video of the charges that you got, and there should be no way that they're even pursuing charges because they're not even going to have a victim to present. They're going to have nothing but public servants acting in their official capacity, and you did nothing to provoke them at all. They came up, they touched you that first time, right? They touched you and you were kind of scooched off to the right in that lobby, and then you backed up. You kind of and I'm not saying complied as in like you did it fearfully. You just you were trying to work with them and be reasonable with them, and then they just come and bum rush the shit out of you. So they
pretty wild.
They have absolutely no case whatsoever.
Yeah, the criminal case is going to be thrown out this week. The family court case is stagnant right now, but soon to be overturned. Mom is in some very hot water over there, and it's all coming to a head very, very, very soon. And I just would like to put some light on the fact that being self-represented in the family court case for almost a year, I was able to get a GAL terminated. I was able to encouraged a judge to recuse herself.
Wow.
And the
That's
judge
impressive.
the judge that replaced her was even worse.
Isn't that the case a lot of times?
And
though?
they waited until the day of the hearing to tell me that there was a criminal conflict of interest between him and the plaintiff's attorney and everything. And given the emergency nature of the situation, involving my daughter's safety, I was like willing to waive it for that day, but not going forward. I was like, if going forward with this hearing today prevents my daughter from being thrown into a burning building by her mother and the state, then yes, I'm willing to waive that conflict today for the day, if we can come to a resolution today.
Absolutely. You and I have so much in common, it's not even funny. We're both kind of going through a family court thing, right? And it's almost the same thing where they were trying to use prior restraint to avoid me recording my own proceeding because they were trying to cover up the fact that they set up a guardianship for me that was unlawful. So we've got similarity in the fact that we're both kind of going through the thing with the courts, right? And then we both have a beef with Schrodinger's cat because Schrodinger's cat was spreading lies about me too. I have 2 of my 3 kids, so it's very similar to the situation you were talking about, right? You've got what, 4 or 5 kids, or 3 or 4? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I've got 5 children.
Right. So you have 4 of the 5 with you, right? So same thing here. I've got 2 of my 3 kids with me, and I'm fighting to get my 3rd one back. And the family court has thrown up so many objections. And then we got that thing with Schrodinger is going where they're pulling some bullshit with me too, and basically throwing up the same accusations. And then you combine that with the fact that you had a bullshit charge going into court simply for the fact that you were trying to record and document what was going with your case. And it was clear in that video that you were just there for you. You weren't there to film anybody else's business. You weren't there to film anything other than your own interaction.
That's exactly what I told him. I would have walked right up that hallway. I would have asked the clerks where the computer is and if it's set up for me to be able to, is it accessible for me to use to inspect the records of my case? I'm going to retain copy of these records using this video equipment. I was going to film that engagement and just walk right into that room. That would have happened, and I would have been in and out within maybe 2-3 hours.
Yeah. I saw the whole interaction. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come up because I've been trying to reach out to you, and I really want to connect with you because we have so many things.
Yeah, I recognize the name now. It's Broken System, Broken Trust on YouTube, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been looking to see if you were going to reach out again, and I've been stumbling through all the old comments to see if YouTube, because what will happen is I'll get a notification and I'll go and hit it, and it's all grayed out, and I can't even read your whole message, and it doesn't give me copy of what you said in my email on those comments either for some reason.
Yeah. If you can find my email on my about section, I apologize that it happened.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah. If you can, because then that way I'll have, because I have Amanda's email address, and I communicate with Accurate Amanda once in a while.
Hey, what do you think of her opening trailer?
Who, Amanda? Oh, Amanda is awesome. I don't know if she had an opening trailer that I missed, but Amanda's awesome. I love her, and I love Amy down in Florida. They are like my
they do tremendous work.
Yeah, they do. And I was in Amy's stream the night she got arrested, and we were making calls on her behalf and doing all kinds of things for her, trying, what we could behind the scenes anyway. So
it's rewarding work.
It is. So can I ask you guys a question? This question's for Jersey Watcher as well, if I may. I'm doing a live stream tomorrow, and I'm putting together my list of top 5 cop watchers, the dream team of cop watchers. Is anybody willing to give me their top 5 cop watchers of 2021?
Ooh, that'd be hard.
We're going to hurt a lot of feelings if we talk about this list. There's going to be a lot of good names that get left off that list.
I'd need at least 48 hours to think about that.
I can tell you 2 right off the top of my head. 2 guys I really like to watch.
Hey, go ahead.
Number 1, I love to watch Rago Monkey. He's such an awesome kid, man, and he just started going into the meetings too, and the way he gets the those public employees all worked up. I really love that. He's a good kid, Rago Monkey.
Yeah, Rago Monkey's great, man.
Jay Surreal Camera. I really like him. He bounced off right there. Yeah. I can't say a personal favorite because I don't have. There's so many that I like equally, because they're all doing tremendous work. It's hard to say. I can't really say I like one over the other, but I could definitely give 5 names. That's very easy to do.
Yeah, I could kind of rifle off, a good half dozen names, but it's, it would be unfair. I feel like it would be unfair for me to do that and then not finish the list, and to make a list of 25. That's a pretty challenging thing, man.
I'll give you hints as far as my top 5. I've already put it out on a live show, but Chuck Bruss, simply for the fact, criteria I used for Chuck is the only put in, right?
Is that my internet shitty like that?
No, it's him. It's broken. Yeah, you're kind of cutting in and
That's
out,
broken.
Yeah, broken system, broken trust.
What's up, Joe Cool?
What's up, bro?
Jersey Watcher and
good,
Joe
man?
Cool in the house, man. Thank you for coming up, you guys.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Jersey, let's get to you before we dive in with Joe. Just because you've been here a minute, let's talk about a little bit. What are you doing up there in Jersey? How's your bid for mayor going? I'm sure there's going to be another bid for mayor. You're working real hard out there. I love your work since the day you stepped foot on the scene. I like how you handle the NAACP. I like how you handle the town officials. Tell the people what you got going on these days.
Well, I'm just trying to survive, After running for office, they just started maliciously prosecuting me. So any day I walk out of my house could be a new charge that lands me in the county jail. With that being said, I'm just I want to beat all these charges right now that I have. I counted, I think, up to 15. After I beat them, after I prove my innocence, it's not that I stopped recording, but you'll see how much of a vengeance I have when I come back with my innocence proven. Because right now, you understand how it is.
Oh, yeah, you're under a lot of pressure. You're under a lot of stress.
Even if I'm innocent, they're going to use this and try to compile them all together and say, look at what a troublemaker he is. They're going to find every complaint in the book that's feelings, that's not an actual law being broken. So I don't know.
I'll pray for you, man. I know it don't sound like much, but I mean, I could pray for you and keep with you in spirit, I guess. Like, I'll be with you in spirit. Like, that's a shitty place to be in, and I'm definitely feeling it now, being slammed to the floor, false charges on me. I've learned through a paralegal in the city of Hartford. I've had do record requests for me in the past, tell me that Connecticut State Police, were investigating me. He couldn't get the records he was after because they were investigating me for threatening a state police officer, which I've never done, So, I mean, like, I can understand where you're at and how overwhelming it is. It's overwhelming as shit. And it's hard because I know you really love what you do. You're really passionate about what you do, and that's what I like about you, because you believe in what you're doing, and you're standing up, and you're putting yourself out there to fight for it. So I wish you the best of luck with everything, and we'll be looking for your latest and greatest when it comes out, man, because I know it's going to be some powerful, powerful stuff.
I'm sorry, my internet was cutting in and out there, but yeah, I'm gonna come out with more live streams with more videos. I love it. It's what I love to do. I love the edit that you made for me that one time. It was such a masterful edit. Best I've ever seen. Best I've ever seen.
I love doing it, man. It was my pleasure. You made it easy. Your work makes it easy. You just got all these zingers one after another. Boom, bang, boom. You're just telling it like it is. It was a pleasure going through that content and clipping it together, man. It was fun. What happened to Joe Cool? Joe Cool, did you get taken off? Did I lose you? What happened? Joe Cool, if you're still with us, get back up here, buddy. We'd love to hear from you too, sir.
Yeah, the double-headed eagle is the Byzantine Empire, the flag of the Byzantine Empire. I'm Greek, if I saw the comment up there.
Yeah, Christo the Greek. Subscribe to his channel. I'm Christo the Greek. Subscribe to my channel.
You know, that was the original. That's how you know when you're watching some original content right there. They put a warrant out for me for calling a young lady a princess, believe it or not.
Oh my God, man. They're stretching things real far out there in Jersey, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's all right. I'm not going to apologize like Long Island audits. We're going to go through to the end. And even if they can persecute me, I can be innocent and they can persecute me and throw me in jail, and I'm still going to curse them off. So don't expect an apology over here in New Jersey. And yeah, and if Long Island Audits is listening, he was recently in Plainfield. It's a few towns away from me. It's a little bit curious why he doesn't let the local people know when he's coming out here, but it's all right.
Yeah, I've tried to reach out to Long Island Audit a few times to no avail. We got Artie's Corporate Fiction in the house. Hey, Artie, thanks for joining us this evening, my man. If you'd like to join us on panel, it'd be cool to have you up here if you want to come hang out for a minute. There is the stream link in the chat. John Felix in the house. Ex-bootlicker, always nice to see you here. Thank you so much. Rocky Dogwood, hello. Justin Pulliam. Silk City Pete. Tammy2274. Jay Surreal and Chuck Bronson are 2 out of 5 for me. Besides that, it's not fair to place because they're all great and they're all exposing tyrants, etc. Very fair statement. But we got to come up with a list one way or another, right? So I'll put my 25 out there. I'll post it on my community page. Broken system, broken trust. Obviously, you've had a network connection issue or something. I guess that does it for you this evening. I appreciate you coming up. We'll definitely connect. I'll be pulling your email off your About section on your page, folks. I'm not sure what to expect over there on his channel at YouTube, but from what I know of the man, he's got a lot of great things going on, and he's a big part of the fight that we're all fighting here each and every day, fighting for accountability, transparency, and, of course, when appropriate, liability. So get on over to Broken System, Broken Trust. Check out his channel and give him a subscription. Give his videos a thumbs up and let him know that Tyrant Slayer Studio sent you. Rogue Nation's still here. That's nice. Thank you for hanging out, my brother. Joe Cool, what happened, my man? Now would be a good time for you. Inspector for you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Aloha. Thank you for fighting these corrupt people that have taken our beautiful state of Connecticut. Talk to you soon. Inspector for you, yes. Always a pleasure seeing you here as well. It's been a little difficult reestablishing contact, given the fact that the police have illegally seized my cell phone. But all of that, I think I should be getting that property back this week at the latest. But I can't make promises for the state police. I can't guarantee anything here. You just never know with these people. I could put in a motion to have that property returned with the court on Tuesday when I'm down in town there, and the judge could sign off on it, and the police still might try to hold my phone. We'll see what happens. But it's going to cost them a hell of a lot of money each and every day they've held it. So hopefully they're smart enough to get it back to me sooner or later. Otherwise, the taxpayers are going to be pretty irritated and aggravated. Artie's Corporate Fiction, would love to have you up on board. Tell the people a little bit about your channel, what you're doing over there. Lots of good things going on in the Medal of Honor community, Artie. Love to have you in there too. Inspector for you. Thanks again. James Freeman. Yeah, these are all names that are going to have to make it on the list. Hey, Jersey, what's your buddy's name up there? I think he's a veteran, bald guy, mustache, goatee. You guys often went out together for a minute.
His name is in this day and age. He's a New Jersey activist named Steve Ronco from Spotswood area.
That's it. That's the man. Please, you guys, go show that man some love. You must know him from Jersey Watcher's channel, and if you don't know Jersey Watcher, please get on over to his channel as well. Show both of those guys some love and let them know that I sent you. Hit that subscribe button, like their videos. These guys are putting in the work, doing their due diligence and fighting on behalf of the people, for the people, of the people, by the people. And in 2022, it's the people's year. Jersey Watcher is going to be a part of the victories that we have this year, that we celebrate in unity for a change. This year is all about actual unity, bringing people together on the common ground for a greater good, overcoming the tyrannical, socialist racketeering nanny police state that has enveloped our entire nation in the very social fabrics of which we operate upon. It's insane, the chaos that we're dealing with every day. So, get hip to the already, subscribe, get on board, ride with us, man. We're going places. Be a part of the journey for justice. Here at Tyrant Slayer Studios, over there at Jersey Watcher, and his friend there. Say his name again, his channel name again.
In this day and age?
Yeah, that's it. Head on over to In This Day and Age. That guy's no joke. He's putting in the work. Well, I don't know where else to go with this at this point. I've shared all my updates. If anybody's got any questions, now's the time. We'll give it 60 seconds. Vet Tech Kimmy, thank you so much for being here. It's always nice to see you here. Got some insight coming in from Major Lee himself. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news from Major Lee. Keep an eye out for the Tro Taco and Yoshi Gaming. Drives me nuts. I will certainly keep an eye out for those guys. I've had so many. My channel is flooded with hundreds of these people. Threatening to shoot me and stuff. It's insane. And YouTube won't remove those comments, but it'll remove a video that touches on the materials used in manufacturing of medical devices. They'll remove that, but they won't remove a comment where somebody says they want to shoot me. Pretty wild, pretty gnarly what's going on with YouTube and censorship these days. My question is, from Rogue Nation, why does Artie have a wrench and I don't? Oh shit, that's a really good question, sir. Let me fix that for you right now. I'll get to the bottom of that. All right, let's see. Add moderator. Boom, done. Let's see, who else wants a wrench here? We're giving out wrenches here tonight at Tyrant Slayer Studios because we're cooler than all the other channels. Let's see, who's getting a wrench? Bill writes. Love it. You get a wrench. Don't mess around now. Fast Relief, you get a wrench. Look at this guy. Thank you for the super chats. A few cigs on me. Hey, I appreciate it. Don't abuse that wrench. You can kill somebody with that thing. Vet Tech Kimmy. You get a wrench because you are cool by me. Add moderator. Artie, you get to keep your wrench because you're cool by me, man. Silk City Pete. You get a wrench. Jersey, you got a wrench? Inspector for you, you get a wrench. Chuck Bronson.
Yeah.
You get a wrench, my man. Badow. Let's see. So remember where you get your wrenches, folks. It's just the beginning. When this channel has victories, we all have victories. I'll tell you what, man. I'll share it all. I'll share it all. Everything I'm doing here is for the greater good. It's just as much for my family and I as it is for yours. I'm out there for you guys. I'm taking this risk for you. You know. So the least I could do is give you some wrenches and some cameras and stuff, and you know. Let's see, Lacey R.
You know what's a good question, brother?
Yeah, sure.
Instead of auditors, what's your favorite state that you see people record? And I actually have a tie with, because Florida is amazing. And that, I don't know if I'd go Florida, California tie, and then say Florida first, California second.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
You know, because you have Rago Monkey, Jay Surreal, John Felix, they're all down there. It's so many in one state. It's amazing. Wrights Crispy. Who else am I forgetting?
Oh, there's so many. I always forget when we're Johnny'd on the spot like this. Oh, Lacey. I'll give you a wrench, honey. You look lonely down there. Now you can be cool with everybody else with wrenches. I got a whole crew monitoring my stuff now. I got moderators like, this channel's going to blow up. I'm going to need every one of them, man. It's this year, or it's not going to happen. If I don't find the success and the victories that we all deserve this year, I don't know if I'll be worthy enough to continue going on. So I'll give myself a year. That's my deadline. We'll see what happens. I hope you guys stick with me. Damn it, Joe, we're gonna miss you tonight. Wish I feel rude. I hope I didn't insult you or something, my man. Like you got up here and I was like, hey, let's go over to Jersey.
Rogue Nation is Florida too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's a huge clique in Florida. Huge clique. John Felix, Rogue Nation, Wrights Crispy, James Madison, Acura Amanda. There's a lot of guys in Florida. And I would say, you know, California, you got News Now California, News Now Ninja, SGV News. California's a pretty wild place too, man. I mean, they got it bad out there. In New Jersey, it's definitely got to be in the top 5, you know. When I start turning focus on the state police and the courthouses here, at least the family courthouse, there are some very strict restrictions for criminal court and for appellate court. But there are no restrictions like that mentioned exclusively for family court, which is a very interesting element I've been reading about and looking upon how I'm going to represent myself in this criminal case should they actually continue to pursue these charges, which would be absolutely ridiculous. The only instance in which I could see them doing that is to just completely inconvene me and get away with holding my phone, you know, for months and months and months and pushing out a thing. And then when it comes down to the day of trial by jury, they'll go, the state wishes to withdraw its case. It's a way to you know, feed the machine money to perpetuate the racket and punish me, you know, for trying to expose it. But I digress. All right, so you guys got your wrenches now. Yeah, when I turn the focus on these guys, it's people are going to want to know what's going on in Connecticut a lot more too. Bootlicker, thank you. I think I got everybody's name. I gave out a bunch of wrenches. Free Eric Brandt. Damn right. I can get behind that message and stick with it. Hey, I like that. I hope you were talking about me. Let me find that here so I can pin that for everybody to see. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just... Tommy2274. Like Oprah, but wrenches. You get a wrench, and you get... Everybody gets a wrench! Yeah, all right. All right. Yeah, mass accountability. Violet Wings. You know, I guess that's a good one to mention as well. Where's that veteran? You get it, Wrench. Ricky Dogwood, with honor, if given to me. I got you, buddy. We'll get you your wrench, and then we'll get out of here, I think. A veteran said something nice. I was trying to get it pinned here, but I don't want to keep you guys hanging. I'm running out of things to say, and the dead air just gives me such a discomfort here. If I can't think of what to say, then I should not be on the air. So, let's get this man a wrench. What was his name? Dogwood? Shit. Silk City, I got you. Rocky Dogwood. All right. Rocky Dogwood. Coming in hot. You get a wrench, Rocky Dogwood. Remember, here at Tyrant Slayer Studios, we hand out wrenches like Oprah hands out whatever she was handing out. Add moderator. Don't abuse it, because I can't take it away from you. I can giveth power, I can taketh away. Yeah, and I agree with your sentiment about Oprah there. I often mention Oprah when I'm talking about women with flappy arms, you know. Hey, what's up with your Oprah arms? Better get to the gym, huh? It's a thing I have with my family members. I don't say it to people out in public. Oh, she handed out cars. Jesus. Well, I'll tell you what. I might hand out a car. We'll see how well I do this year. All right. That'll do it. I got nothing else great for you guys tonight. I mean, if you guys want, what could I do? I could play my conversation with that state's attorney, but it's unedited, and there's personal information in there that should be censored first. So I'm going to have to take back my almost offer. I think we're going to call it a night. I've been on here long enough. Jersey Watcher, is there anything you'd like to say in closing, sir?
Not at all. Just that I love you all. I love everybody. You all help keep me safe when I'm out there recording, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, we got
and
Jim
also,
in the house.
January 7th, for the Orthodox Christians, Greece, Serbia, Russia, all of us, that's going to be our Christmas. So if you're celebrating then, keep celebrating, keep drinking, don't stop. Celebrations keep going.
Yeah, right on. It's going to be a good year this year, as long as we stick together, man. I think everybody can relish in the success that we can bring to each other's lives. All we got to do, stick together, lean on each other for a minute. It's 2022, and it's going to be our year. So and there you have it, folks.
Rose pumped me up there. We do got to say that Constantinople is Greek. Free Eric Brandt. And that's it, Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Let's go, Brandon. Before we go, did you guys get to see the prank call? He's like, oh yeah, let's go, Brandon. I agree. Where are you from? The guy laughed at him and hung up. He's trying to talk to him for 2 minutes. Terrible, man. Terrible set of circumstances we're dealing with here. Jim, I don't know who you are, and I'm afraid to bring you up. Too little, too late, my man. I'm sorry. We'll get to you next time. We'll be going live this week. Join me next time. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this time. If you have not done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to my content here at Tyrant Slayer Studios, and head on over to activismnewsnetwork.com to register for your 3-day free trial and your 30-day subscription for just a mere $3.99. Give us a shot. Let us know what you think of our content and share it with your friends. Let's get the discussion going this year, folks. We will not be silenced this year. We will not be censored this year. And if we are going to have to continue to contend with such censorship this year, then we're just going to have to get creative and create our own avenue and means to host our own content. We'll just get more creative, and we'll find bigger and better ways to get the information that needs to be disseminated and discussed into the hands and into the minds of the American people and the world. Big changes, big year this year, 2022, and together we can make all the difference the world needs. And with that, I bid you farewell and good night.
Good night.